Have you ever thought about the effects that playing an instrument has on the brain? I've been playing the guitar for, I'd say, like a year and a half now, and I can attest to the fact that I've definitely changed as a person since I started playing. Playing any type of musical instrument can increase your memory capacity, relieve stress and anxiety, and provide an overall boost to your confidence. First of all, playing an instrument can increase your memory capacity. In a study done by, or according to neuropsychologist Charlotte Loveday, music reaches parts of the brain that other things can't. It's a strong cognitive stimulus that grows the brain in a way that nothing else does. And the evidence that musical training enhances things like working memory and language is very robust. The research she did proved that it increases gray matter volume, which is matter in the outermost part of your brain, which just sends signals throughout your entire body. It also enhances verbal memory, spatial reasoning, and literacy skills. Another study was done by McGill University. This university took an individual and put them into an MRI machine and had them play their instrument, which was a cello, while they scanned their brain. Here's what these brain scans look like. All these red areas around here, these are different regions of the brain that lit up simultaneously during the MRI machine, which shows that music increases your gray matter. Secondly, playing an instrument can help relieve stress and anxiety. In a study done by Barry Bittman, he took 32 adult volunteers and provided a very frustrating and confusing puzzle exercise for them. After this exercise, he split them up into three different groups. One group continued on with the puzzle. Other group were meant to de-stress by reading newspapers and magazines, while the third group were given music program piano exercises. And then he took their blood and looked for all these markers to understand their stress levels. And from those tests, he determined that the stress reduction impact in the people that were messing around with the keyboard lessons versus the subjects who simply were relaxed and read newspapers and magazines. He determined that people that took keyboard lessons were far less stressed. Playing an instrument can also help with depression. We know that stress and anxiety are big factors that cause depression. In a study done by Sophia Seinfeld, she compared a piano training group with a control group of people who didn't play the piano. And she found that people that were experienced with piano and played it normally and daily had a decrease in their psychological distress, depression, and fatigue. Lastly, playing any kind of instrument can strengthen and boost your confidence. I have a first-hand experience with this one. Last year, I made a decision to play my guitar on the stage in front of a majority of my class, which is something I never would have thought of doing like a year or two ago, and which had definitely increased my confidence in my ability, not just playing guitar, but in world things as well. Uh, Another study of this was done by Eugenia Costagioni. She took a sample of 117 fourth graders and split them up into an experimental group and a control group. The experimental group consisted of 62 children who were given pianos and weekly lessons for 3 years, while the control group of 54 students didn't receive anything. All participants, all 117 fourth graders, were administered tests of self-esteem, academic achievement, cognitive abilities, musical abilities, and motor proficiency skills at the beginning of the project and throughout the project as well. The results indicated that the piano instruction had a positive effect on the children's self-esteem and school music marks, but it didn't affect anything like their academic achievement. As you learned from the speech, playing an instrument can be more beneficial than just for entertainment purposes. It can increase your memory capacity. It can relieve stress and anxiety, and overall, it can boost your confidence and your self esteem. If you ever have the opportunity to, I would go out and get your hands on an instrument. It takes persistence and determination, and sometimes you'll feel like you're not getting anywhere, but it just takes time, and you'll get the hang of it. And it is definitely worth it in the long run. That concludes my speech about informing you about the benefits of playing guitar.